Okay, folks, I think the stream is up. It shows to be. This is what I was talking about. I'm going to basically play up to the point where I have all 4 Divine Beasts activated. I'm not going to actually enter any of them until I can start a brand new stream and do all of it in one. I have plenty of hearts now, 9, coupled with the golden hearts from Durians. I'm good for all of the beasts and Ganon. After the beasts, I'll have 13 plus gold hearts. Some of the meals I have will actually be too many hearts. It'll go over the total of 30 that I could have. But I want to do all 4 Divine Beasts in one video. I actually want to do that as a pre-recorded video, but streaming it really does the same because it's still on the channel. I can still share it. I can still send links because I have friends who have children who are playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And, I mean, this really, aside from some of them asking why I don't go straight to Kakariko and talk to Impa and then follow the suggested playthrough, I tell them, listen, I've done it. I just play through, but it still shows the shrines, and honestly, you can play in any order you want. It's open world, so it's not like you have to play in the order that is given to you by the game. I still show the shrines. I actually talk about them in some cases where there is a chest I don't want, and I explain why I don't get it, but I still show where it is, and I either show or talk about how to get it. And maybe it'll help somebody, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm mostly doing this so I can get used to the stream software, and I can then go on to be ready for, if we ever get Breath of the Wild sequel, then I can be ready to, take the day it comes out, which is hopefully a Friday, and have all of Friday, all of Saturday, all of Sunday, and all of Monday off to just do nothing but stream. Because, I mean, I love this game. I love the franchise. I've literally grown up with it. The original for Nintendo Entertainment System for the NES came out when I was, I think, 8 or 9. It was 87, 88, right around there. Actually, no. I was probably 10. I think it was 87 it came out. So I was 10 or 11. But, I mean, literally, I've grown up with this franchise. I had the Legend of Zelda, then Zelda 2. I did play some of the others on the other platforms, but by the time those were coming out, I had kind of gotten away from gaming, and I was playing at friends' houses because I love the franchise. So, of course, there's a Zelda game, and a friend of mine has it, so yeah, I'm going to play. And that blasted water temple is still haunting my nightmares. But this game, Breath of the Wild, quite simply is what my fevered preteen brain saw in my fevered imagination when I was playing the very first game. It was, even though it was top-down, 8-bit, it was still open world. You could still run straight for that last one if you could get in, you could still run for that Master Sword if you knew where it was, even though they didn't call it the Master Sword. Just like with Breath of the Wild, I played it by the rules, or whatever you want to call it. And I went Dungeon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then went from Ganon. And I lost hair as a child trying to figure out all the teleports for Ganon. But I eventually beat it, and it just felt amazing. I mean, it was better than beating Mario Brothers. It was better than hitting all 9 ducks and not letting that stupid dog laugh at me. I fell in love with this franchise. So I know that I'm going to eventually be in a position where I can actually stream day one. Now, I know I am not one of the big streamers. I am not Celtic, NBC. I'm none of those guys. So I don't know if they're going to get the game early or not. I don't know if they'll be streaming it, a week before I do. I know people like IGN, the big channels, yeah, they get stuff early because Nintendo is, at its heart, a tech company that develops video games. Well, you need beta testers. And those beta testers do have agreements, but they still have video. They've still recorded all of their beta testing playthroughs. And all of those videos are still there for them to post once the game is released. So I don't hold out any hope that, I'll be the one everybody's looking to later down the line when it comes out. But I do enjoy playing the game. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, practice as a streamer. That said, back to the game. One thing I do want to say, I've seen somebody put blue choo-choo jelly right on top of this line, hit it with a Thunderblade, and it opened. Now granted, you want to be on this side, because you basically have to hit it and run, because it's not going to stay open long. I've not tried it. I don't really care for those things, but that goes along with the whole play it your own way theory. You can literally find a way. I've seen videos of people on Shrine speedruns where they do bomb jumps, and they're in the Great Plateau, where they do bomb jumps to complete those 4 shrines, and they don't get the runes. They have to go back later and get the runes, because you got to have the runes while they get the bomb. But they still show that you quite literally can just play at your own speed, at your own plan, and so on and so forth. You can just do whatever you want, and the game isn't going to stop you.
Hi. Hmm? Mm. Mm. Ah. Oh. Mm. Ah. Oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Ah.
Yes, I just realized I bought the stealth set twice, so I've lost rupees. Trust me, you're gonna do stuff like this. Just don't let it. Just don't let it eat you up.
sabah. Ah. Eh? Ma? Oh. Basak. Ma. Ah. Ah.
Yet another traveler. How did you get in here? Oh. Seems you have something rather interesting there.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh. Oh.
Huh?
아. 음? 오? 오. 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 사박.
Oh.
사박. 사박.
사박.
Alright, this is very close to the last thing I'll do on this stream because it is getting late and so on. But, like I said, I'm going to basically activate all of the Divine Beasts. I'm then going to play all 4 of them in a row. I'm not going to, jump around, play one, go get some hearts, play one, go get some hearts, and all that. Literally just going to jump one beast to the next. I will tell you, this one is unique because unlike Ruta, where you have to just meet Sidon and blast some ice, or Meadow, where you have to blow up cannons on Meadow's wings, head, and tail, or like Rudania, where you have to actually go along a winding route and then defeat some guardians and some moblins. And I'm still very sorry that Meadow and Verdania, the stream wasn't working when I got to and activated them. But again, I have not gone inside. I will say you want bow spots. Knight's bow, soldier bow, those are the ones that you can drop. I'm actually going to hold on to that soldier's bow. Or the knight's bow. Because I honestly can't remember how many duplex bows you get in here. I know you get at least one. But be careful dropping things like the Great Eagle or the swallow bows or the special bows you get from the Rito, because those are hard to come by. But knight's bows, soldier's bows, even the royal bow or stuff like that, those are not hard to come by. Those are in a lot of shrines. You'll notice I am dropping my torch just because I've used it, and there is a torch there. You want multi-bows. Trust me, you want multi-bows. If for no other reason, you want them because they are going to allow you to save arrows, especially ancient arrows, where you are having to fight a guardian or whatnot, and you have precious few arrows, then that multi-bow is going to let you shoot 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 in some cases, like the Forest Dweller's bow or the Savage Lionel bow. I don't know that I'll get a Lionel bow again, just because I don't like fighting Lionels. Those buggers are hard to beat, and they take a lot of energy and a lot of stamina. Now, I know there is one reason I might, but I still don't know if I'm going to do it on this round, just because I already have, and I've already gotten the reward for it as such, but I may still. Now, some of you are probably wondering why I'm having to go curtain to curtain to curtain here. I actually believe that this changes every time that you play this game. And I can't prove it just because my memory is not that good, but I actually think that the entrance moves. And I don't have any rhyme or reason, pattern to where the entrance is. As you can see, that's open, that's not. Never noticed that. Okay, let's look. That actually looks like it might be the entrance. I'm going to try this other one just to be sure. It's not always third from the right. I can tell you, I've actually played a game where I remember it being right here. But here, all I get are keys. You're just going to have to play the game. And I will tell you, once you find the entrance, it will be, and then you'll walk up and they'll all be open. Climb up, take the vicious sickle. Good boy. But, I mean, the AI on this thing is amazing. Because, I mean, like I said, they know when you've not done something, or when you've done something, and it is impressive that they thought all this through. Anyway, back to the game. Okay, I'm just gonna say this here.
아,
You're gonna talk to her. All I ever see them do is patrol and eat bananas. I haven't seen anything else that you could exploit as a weakness. Later, you're literally gonna see me use that as their weakness. Now that said, I need a restroom break. One word of advice: never let these guys see you. Never try to attack them. Use stealth, wait till they're not looking, jump and get up here fast, crouch. You're going to wait till he is basically at the corner to my bottom right. There is no winning. You will die every time they see you. Because these little buggers, well, let's just say they literally appear from nowhere. You want to crouch, you want to be quiet, you're never going to kill them. And you notice I took off all my weapons. I'm keeping my noise as minimal as possible. Now, that said, you do need a bow here. Use a regular arrow. All you want to do is get his attention, and right there, run away. I did this wrong. I should have dropped a banana. He is going to go back to his post. Good. I did this wrong. This was on me. What you want to do here is drop 2 bananas. Then get his attention. Put the bow away, just so you're not making any noise at all. You can see he sees the bananas and he goes for them. Don't try to get your arrows back, you'll waste time. This is what you're doing. The first guy you literally just sneak past by timing. The second guy, you have to drop those bananas, get his attention by shooting that one arrow just right beside him, not into him. Do not actually shoot him. And he will go for the bananas. And trust me, it doesn't matter if all you have are the 2 you got when you met Barda. You'll get all of those. I had 11, I dropped 2. I now have 27, so I got 18 right there. Now, I will say you can run around up top if you want. I don't. I'm going to drop bananas. I'll let him see them. Make sure that guy's not watching, because you need to wait until he turns the corner, and you want those 3 bananas to give you this time. Next, you're going to come around here. And I don't remember if he just does the circuit around that one short table, or if he does the full circuit. He doesn't. He is about to turn. So now wait till he turns his back on you. The other guy can't see you now. Once he has turned his back, you can come over here. Drop 3 more, crouch. Get way over here. You'll get to watch him. You want to wait till he gets excited. Now, wait till he gets to the bananas before you leave this spot. Run. You do not want anyone seeing you. Once you get 2 jumps, 3 jumps up, you're golden. This is where you want to be careful. You have to stay up top. They cannot see you. At this point with the stealth gear, they cannot hear you. I could have kicked this thing. They won't hear nothing. Now, I realize I said I don't run around up top. There is one exception. This chest and this banana bunch are just sitting there. You literally cannot get to them any other way. So go on and grab them. You'll notice that's where I dropped the first time. That's where I startled the guy by dropping the bananas. Then you come over here. Okay, I'm backwards. Come down here. Step out on this little piece of cloth. Walk very, very slowly. You don't want to fall. I always pick 3 because 1 always lands on top of that box. Oh, they didn't. Good. You want to wait till he gets all the way to the banana. Jump and glide. Glide all the way into the hole. Now you're golden. This is literal proof they can't hear when they can't see. If you've played long enough, you know that makes noise. You know that that thing makes a pop and then a clang when it lands. And there are 3 of them here. And none of the Yiga are gonna even care that I'm making this much noise. So, the biggest thing is don't let them see you. I've never played this where I carried a weapon or a shield of any kind other than when I put the bow on to get the first guy's attention or the second guy's attention. I just haven't. I mean, I watched and I had someone who said don't do it, and I listened. Now, at this point you're done. I'm going to put on my better armor, get a shield, get a blade, grab the right side, pull, a down arrow on the D-pad, and here we face Koga. If you've played Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, apparently 100 years made Koga really weak. You'll see what I mean. warning if you haven't watched a lot of Breath of the Wild videos on YouTube. Don't jump down the hole. There's nothing there. You're just going to die like you do if you fall off in a shrine. The DLC changes things, but I'm not going to go into that. There are a lot of videos that speculate on what's at the bottom of that chasm, that pit. But I will tell you, at this point, if you jump down the hole, you're going to lose a heart. Trust me. Alright, this is pretty much the end. I'm going to transport back. I am going to burn a fire, but I'm going to do that in Gerudo. I'm going to activate Neboris, but as it is getting late, I am not going to enter the Divine Beasts tonight. As tomorrow is Monday, I don't know that I have anything planned after work, so maybe around 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time on Monday, which would be 29th March. 29th March, 2021, around 7, 8 o'clock at night, I may make my 4 beast run. Now that said, I probably won't go for Ganon right after that. Mostly because, one, I'm going to want to run for Impa, then Pura, then Robbie. Because, quite frankly, beating Ganon or not beating Ganon does not change the cutscenes that happen after you have activated the Divine Beasts. I've played this through countless times. I'm well over 2,000 hours of gameplay. A good 900 to 1,000 are on my original save file. I mean, I've got 100% save for the final trial of the sword. And, I mean, it's just, I've played it enough, especially messing around with it like I'm doing here, where I'm doing things out of order, where I'm running for Ruta, Rudanya, Meadow, and Neboris before I talk to Impa. I have done this where I do just the beasts, talk to Impa, then I actually tried it where I do the beasts and Ganon, then talk to Impa. And the one thing I can tell you, unlike the original Zelda, I don't remember well enough with Zelda 2 Beyond until this point. When you beat Ganon in this one, and I'm sure that you will probably have already seen, if you haven't, spoiler alert, the game never marks the defeat Ganon quest complete. So basically, Impa never knows that you defeated Ganon. And it's just how it is. Now, knowing that, I may actually go for the memories first, Now, there are these 4 that you get at Zora, Death Mountain, Rito Village, and Gerudo Town. When you see that certain thing, Mifa's statue, Daruk's carving, Rivali's landing, or Riju wearing the Thunder Helm, those 4 memories
Well, you
get
certainly
no matter
got
what.
here fast.
The rest of
I
them
should have expected
actually
as much.
require you
From the princess's
to
own
first
appointed knight.
go to
She was out on a survey all day today.
Impa, then Pura,
Still as
to
the
actually
sands
do
now.
something with the slate.
So,
to where it
spill
will
it, boy. Have the
show
2 of
you
you
the
been getting
pictures.
along all right?
Then you run around gathering up all of the memories,
It's okay.
save
I know.
one
Your
last one
silence speaks
that I'm
volumes.
fairly sure you
She
have to go
gets
back to
frustrated
Impa and
every
then
time
back
she
to
looks up and sees you carrying
back
that
to the
sword on your
location.
back. It makes her feel like a failure
Yeah,
when
I'm
it
actually
comes to her
going
own
to do that.
destiny.
Mostly
Don't
because
worry,
I
it's
want
not
to
like you
show
carry blame in any of
the
this.
ending
It's
that
unfortunate.
happens if you
She's
play
put
the
in
game
more than enough time.
the way you're
Ever
supposed
since
to.
she
And it
was a
doesn't
young
matter
girl,
if I've played this
She's gone through rigorous
off
daily
schedule
routines to show
or
her
not.
dedication.
I've not followed
She once passed
the
out in the freezing
approved
waters trying
plan,
to access this
where
sealing
you
power.
leave the plateau, you go to Impa,
And she has nothing
and you
to
get
show for
Ruta,
it.
and then you go to
That's
Impa,
the
then you go to
motivation
Pura, and
driving
your
her
slate
research.
upgraded, and then blah
I'd
blah
be doing
blah.
the
I've
same
not done
thing.
that. I'm going to go
She
to
really
Impa
is quite
after I've done the
special.
4 Divine Beasts, just because I think it's funny to watch that
You be
cutscene
sure
where
to protect her with
it
your
changes. But
life. It's
after
quite
that,
the honor.
so I'll run the Divine
The
Beasts
night brings a chill.
probably tomorrow, if
It's
not
probably time
tomorrow,
we take
then
her
Wednesday after work. And from
Or-
there, I'm going to get all of the memories. Once I have all of the memories, then I'll run for Ganon.
Did you
Once
hear that?
I've run for Ganon, I'm just going to play. I'm just going to run around.
What?
I'll talk
did you-
when there's a
what are you
shrine I
doing
feel like I
here?
need to talk about. Where there's a,
What's so
what
funny?
you call it? A chest I don't want. Things like that. And that's pretty much it. one thing I will say here. You'll all have remembered when I got the Phrenic bow in Hateno. Golden bows are just as good. The Phrenic bow and the golden bow have a telescopic effect. Basically, it's like having a hunting rifle with a 1x scope versus a 10x or a 100x. Do not pass those up. And no, I did not remember that was a golden bow in that chest. I just saw a door, I went in, found a chest, found a golden bow. You'll see that I didn't drop my silver bow until I saw what was going on. And saw a golden bow, I'm like, no, keep it, I'm getting that. Basically, zoom bows or telescope bows, the golden bow and the Phrenic versus multi-shot, those are the bows you want. And I will say, if you have the house in Hateno and you have a multi-bow or a telescope bow that is damaged, you know, it's that flashing red in your inventory, put it on the wall, take a picture of it once you have the camera, and use your upgraded Sheikah Slate, your upgraded map, when you get it, because you can search for those. If I had had that by now and I'd already seen and taken a picture of a golden bow and I'd had that on with the Sheikah sensor, it would have been telling me golden bow near, golden bow near. The only other thing I will tell you, anytime there is a seal next to you and you're about to grab it, make sure you have a shield that is not damaged. Trust me on that one.
Oh.
Oh, fair warning. This is going to bug the living crap out of you. That dome is barely big enough to protect both people. And Rishu State is just far enough ahead of you that you are right on the ragged edge of that dome. You can see I flash regularly. And if I try to, dash and slow down, she's going to make a bunch of turns. She's going to get right back out in front of me at the right distance to where I am right on the ragged edge. I can tell you, the lightning this thing throws out, even if you have the rubber armor with max upgrades, it's still going to knock you flat and take a bunch of hearts. There's just not a way, unless you are very aware of staying inside this dome and, watching every turn she makes, so that you can make the wild turns with her, because she goes on a roundabout way to get to the boys. I've got my multi-bow, I've got my bomb arrows. This is one of those where it literally tests your patience at being able to, have the game do everything it can to make you lose. Now, I will say, timing on when I came up to this was perfect, because otherwise we'd have been running around for another 5 minutes trying to catch up to the boys the roundabout way. So I don't know how I timed this the way I did, where when we got here it was a straight shot. You're not going to get that often,
Right where we want to.
but time your shots,
We can do this.
and with a multi-bow, per foot.
That's it. Stay close to me. Good thing.
That's all there is. I can tell you, I only got this in 4 shots without getting struck because I haven't played this God only knows how many times. When all of the madness started in March of 20, and you know, every company that could sent everybody to work from home, and all the madness began. There was little I could do outside of, you know, twice a week to the grocery store
Unfortunately,
and
I've
stay
not
at home the
appeased
rest of the time.
Naboris
There was
on
little
my
I could do. I wasn't on TikTok.
I
I
have
wasn't
no
on
choice but to entrust
Twitter
the rest
because
to
it
you.
already had kicked me off. I won't go into that here. It's political. I dumped Facebook 2 years ago. I don't have a PS5, PS4, Xbox. I don't have any of those. There was little I could do, but let's start a brand new Zelda. Play it again, Sam. This is literally all I've done for about a year. And even before that, I was, you know, let's go back and
Don't let us
see
down.
what changes when I do this and whatnot. It's the beauty of an open world game. It will test your patience, but it also will let you do whatever you want. I will say, and I'll show you once I get control of the game back, there are a couple of things that are very interesting. Like Rudania, and Meadow, this is going to tell you exactly what you need.
You sure do know how to keep a woman waiting. I can't wait to see you take Naboris back from Ganon. One thing at a time.
What it's
You'll
showing you
need a
here
map to find your way around.
is exactly how to get the map. That's where you walk in. It's showing you literally, you got to go all the way across and up to that pedestal. Watch your cutscenes. This one does not let you skip.
Head over
When
to
there's a
that guidance
cutscene that
stone.
you cannot skip,
Sounds easy.
watch
right?
it carefully. The ones you can skip, well, quite honestly, those are the ones that, well, they're just history. Now, what I was going to show you. So this is the Great Plateau, Proxim Bridge. There's a Korok right there, and it's under the bridge. If you step up on the ledge, something happens. The guy on the bridge tells you don't do it. There's a lot to live for. This is a direct reference to a young man in San Francisco, I believe. This gentleman has saved so many lives by talking people off the bridge, and Nintendo immortalized him in their game. Over here, and it's not I don't have the map yet, but it's near the outskirts stable. Yeah, it's getting late. There's an NPC that looks a lot like Robin Williams. Yeah, they immortalized Robin in this game. They immortalized one of their creators with Satori Mountain. And there's one other thing, a gentleman who literally, he just wanted so bad to work for Nintendo that when he got the job, they literally immortalized him in the game. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of little Easter eggs. And there's a lot of videos on that. That said, I'm going to grab some durians. I may go back and grab some luminous stones from the star area and others that I know where they are. But really, at this point, folks, I'm done for the night. I'm just going to grab some food and some stones that I can still sell later, and then I'm going to bed. So good night, folks. Like I said, folks, I'm just going to run around. I know where some luminous stones and durians are. This is just literally me gathering up stuff that'll give me rupees and food. Good night. that is one good example I did not actually think of. Well, I didn't think of engineering. You're going to encounter two types of Moblin, Bokoblin, or the Zelfins. Basically two types of monsters. You're going to encounter ice and fire. Pardon me. If you hit ice with fire or fire with ice, they go down instantly. Thinking back, I only actually remember this working for Lizalfos. I also don't remember any Bokoblins in Death Mountain. And I don't remember any of them in Hebra falling to an ice arrow like this. So I think it is only Lizalfos, but I will say, when you're in Death Mountain, use ice. When you are in frozen areas like this or Hebra, use fire. Not only does it stand a chance of a one-hit kill, if it doesn't give you a one-hit kill, it still damages them because it catches them on fire. But also, you can see, I'm not wearing the Rito trousers. I'm running toward a shrine I've already done. This way, mostly because I know there's going to be a couple of Ice Whiz Robes or Blizz Robes. I don't remember which. And I don't want to have to fight them from the ground. I want to fight them from the air where I got bullet time. Over there. But I can run around in just the Rito top and my climbing cap and boots because I have a flame spear. The same would be true in some ways in the desert where it's extremely hot, where you little bugger, if I'm carrying an ice weapon, because I'm literally carrying something that is frozen. I'm colder than the environment. In this case, I'm carrying something that is on fire, shall we say, without actually producing flames until I use it. But by carrying the flame spear, you can see that my temperature, just to the left of the minimap, is just above what the freezing point is. If I switch this to that, you can see the air has become very cold. But I switch back to a flame spear, and the air is not that cold because I have the flame spear so near me that warmth sticks around. Now, like I said, I've already got this one and this one, Koroks. I'm going over near that shrine because there are luminous stones that I want because they're worth good rupees. But I'm coming this way because around that shrine there are two Ice Whiz Robes or Blizz Robes. I forget which one. I think they're both just standard Ice Whiz Robes. But I'm doing this, it's just fires, because I want to be able to use bullet time and you can see here I can do this on the Ice Lizalfos as well. Now I will tell you, okay, did they not respawn? Apparently not. With that boulder gone, they're gone. I did not know that. I've never really cared. But basically, when you hit a fire or ice enemy with the opposite element, fire with ice, ice with fire, one hit, gone. I only ever really cared about this when it is, like when I want a meteor rod, or I want a fire rod, or I want an ice rod. You have to get an ice rod for the side quest in Co-op Forest. So I did this one, and then when I got to the Co-op Forest, I showed the ice rod. Just something I've not talked about yet that I thought I would. I will just say this right before I save. I've mentioned in a previous live the reason I'm keeping 10 amber is very specific. The same thing goes for keeping 10 luminous stones, at this point especially. Pardon me. You'll see why when I get there. If you want to play the same way I'm playing, fine. If not, perfectly fine. This is open world. Literally, play this the way you want to play it. If you want to follow King Rome's direction to go to Kakariko, go for it. If you want to play the way I'm showing, go for it. If you want to play your own game, go for it. This is open world for a reason. I'm showing the things I've learned in just over 2 years. I'm just showing what I've learned. And in some cases, I hope that helps. Like, I know I'm going to have 13 hearts out of 30, which means 17. Well, I don't want to be cooking a bunch of meals that give me 20 hearts. So I cooked a 12 and 2 16s. I'm going to use the ones that give me the most hearts first, because as I gain hearts, they become irrelevant. And I have plenty of meals now. I don't need a bunch, but I know what's coming up in the game, so I'm going to keep things around. That said, at this point, I'm done